Tech Backlash. Super PAC targets New York lawmaker over AI safety bill. A newly formed Super PAC, backed by prominent figures in the tech industry, including Andreessen Horowitz and OpenAI president Greg Brockman, has launched a direct attack on New York Assembly member Alex Bors, sponsor of the state's groundbreaking AI safety bill. The move signals an escalating battle between Silicon Valley and lawmakers seeking to regulate the rapidly evolving technology. The PAC's offensive, dubbed Leading the Future, the Super PAC has committed over $100 million to supporting policymakers who favor minimal AI regulation. Their first target is Bors, who is also running for Congress in New York's 12th district. The PAC's strategy is blunt: spend heavily to defeat Bors, whom they view as a threat to industry interests. They're being straightforward about it. Bors remarked to a room of journalists, "When they say they're going to spend millions against me because I might regulate big tech, I just forward that to my constituents." The RAISE Act, a landmark bill. Bors is the chief sponsor of New York's bipartisan RAISE Act, a bill that would impose significant safety requirements on large AI labs. The legislation mandates that companies develop and adhere to safety plans, disclose critical safety incidents, such as stolen AI models, and avoid releasing models with unreasonable risks. Violators could face penalties of up to $30 million. The bill has already passed the Assembly and is awaiting Governor Kathy Hochul's signature. Despite consultations with industry giants like OpenAI and Anthropic, which led to the removal of third-party safety audits, the RAISE Act has drawn intense opposition from Silicon Valley. Industry pushback. A national campaign, Zach Moffat and Josh Vlasto, heads of Leading the Future, told Politico they would launch a multi-billion-dollar effort to sink Bors' campaign. In a statement to TechCrunch, they accused him of advancing ideological and politically motivated legislation that would handcuff American innovation. They argue that bills like the RAISE Act threaten U.S. competitiveness, limit economic growth, and open the door for China to dominate the global AI race. Their solution: a single, consistent national regulatory framework that prioritizes economic growth over safety concerns. The broader trend: preemption and federal control. The industry's pushback extends beyond New York. Silicon Valley has lobbied aggressively to prevent states from passing AI regulations, attempting to slip a preemption provision into the federal budget earlier this year, though it was later removed. Lawmakers like Senator Ted Cruz are now seeking to revive the effort through other legislative avenues. The core argument is that a patchwork of state laws would stifle innovation, while a unified federal approach would ensure U.S. leadership in AI. Critics counter that the federal government has moved too slowly to address the risks of AI, leaving states to fill the void. States as policy laboratories. Bors argues that states can act as policy laboratories, testing different approaches to AI regulation before they are adopted at the federal level. He also believes that lawmakers should coordinate with international standards, such as the EU AI Act, to avoid unnecessary redundancies. The question should be, has Congress solved the problem? Bors said. If they have, then they can tell the states to get out of the way. But if they're not going to pass a bill that actually addresses any of the problems, then saying that states can't do anything just doesn't make sense. Bors emphasizes that his goal is not to limit innovation, but to establish basic rules of the road that foster trust in AI. He believes that the AI that ultimately wins will be the one that is perceived as trustworthy, and that government has a role in ensuring that trust. Conclusion: the battle over the RAISE Act and Bors' campaign highlights the growing tension between Silicon Valley and lawmakers seeking to regulate AI. The industry's aggressive response underscores its determination to shape the future of AI policy in its favor. As states continue to experiment with different approaches, the debate over federal preemption is likely to intensify, shaping the trajectory of AI regulation for years to come.